Hello and welcome to a quick tutorial video for the LLNOTAM application. So first, what is this application all about? So as pilots, when we come to brief a flight, one of the first things we need to do is we need to brief our LLNOTAMs. And as we all know, LLNOTAM briefing is very tedious work, very unpleasant work, which during the pilot needs to go through a very long list of information, textual information, that for 99% of times is not changing, but all pilots know that some of this information might be changed, and this information it can be crucial to the security of the flight. So this is why, as pilots, we need to go through all this information prior to our flight, and this is very time consuming. So what we wanted to do is take this information and parse it in a way that will use all the geographical information inside this LLNOTAMs. And it can be coordinates, it can be waypoints, it can be fixes, and try to map it onto a map. This way we can very quickly have a picture of what's expecting us, what to expect in the flight. So instead of reading through all these list of LLNOTAMs, we can very quickly see only the information that is relevant to our flight, because now it's on a map. And the second thing that this application is doing is basically filtering only the specific time frame that is relevant to our flight. Again, when we try to brief LLNOTAMs on the traditional means, it's very difficult to us to know which of these LLNOTAMs is going to be applicable to the time that we're going to be in the air. Unfortunately, there is nothing helps us to do so. Here comes this application, which built around a core of a time window. So as you open the app, the first thing that you notice is this time window from and to, which defaults to the upcoming 24 hours from when you loaded the application. So everything you see around this, around you in the application, is only information that is in fact active and relevant to the upcoming 24 hours. You can obviously change this time frame. Say you're going to take a flight in 3 days from now. So you can definitely change this time frame and see only the chunk of LLNOTAMs relevant to your flight. And this basically solves all our problems. Now we can see LLNOTAMs in a time frame that is relevant to us and on a map. So we don't need to go through all this huge list of information. We can just visualize that very quickly on a map. And of course it not end here, because this is just graphics. We can obviously interact with them and touch them to see what they're all about. So for example, if we go into and touch this little circle, we can see that this is a LLNOTAM representing a closed airfield to all flights, and we're talking about this specific airfield. We can also touch a specific route. I know that some applications out there offer you the option to see LLNOTAMs on a map, but it's very limited to TFRs and certain closures. It's not coming in the resolution of specific routes, whether them being a domestic CVFR route like this one here, but we can also visualize information on the ATS map, which is instrument flight rules LLNOTAMs, such as kind of disclosure that refers to an ATS route, obviously for international flights. If we're going to extend the time frame by a week, we're going to see many more LLNOTAMs on the map, and some of them definitely applicable to international flights. When you touch a NOTAM, you're obviously going to see it the way it was published. We go another step by trying to make the information slightly more readable. The way it's published is like this with the synonyms. So we go another step for the users. But again, this is the heart of the application: time window and visual representation of information. We can also take it another step forward and say we're going to be on a domestic flight, so we don't mind about IFR rules. So now we took out some of the NOTAMs. I wonder why we see these, because they are flagged also as VFR for some reason in the Israeli FIR. Some instrument NOTAMs do get submitted as VFR, so we still see them, but you get the point. We can also dissect by specific aerodrome. So if I'm only interested in NOTAMs dedicated to a certain airfield, like Rosh Pina, so now I can go in and see only information relevant to this field. And again, the list is very long because now I'm seeing a time frame that is big. If I scale that time frame down, I only see information specific to my flight. Say I'm going to flight in the next 24 hours. That's it, I guess. If you've been with me until now, thank you very much for listening, and I hope you're going to take advantage of this system in your flights.